I'm Evan, and thanks for tuning in to another Waverly Ranch video. Today we're getting ready for alpacas. We're pretty excited about this. This is something we've wanted for quite a while, and here later this month we are getting 11-12 alpacas, still exactly to be determined. But in order to do that, we got to get things ready. Now, we've been working hard already getting the paddocks for these alpacas prepped, done some work with the livestock shelters, got some gates installed, got some of the weeds knocked down in these paddocks. But the biggest thing that we need to get ready is water source. So what we've got is an automatic waterer here in the southmost paddock, but for some reason, so we've got this 2-bowl waterer, and it's 4 feet inside of one of the paddocks. So what we're gonna do, so we don't need to worry about having a second automatic waterer and that our alpacas will be able to drink in the winter, so we're gonna get this turned 90 degrees. We're gonna tweak the fence line 4 feet so that it splits right over top of the waterer, and that way alpacas in the south paddock and alpacas to the north will both be able to have water out of a heated waterer all winter long. If you could just take a second, do us a big favor, just hit the subscribe button and the bell down below. That helps us get this video out to more folks. We're really working hard to make this a working ranch. We've got chickens we're going to be selling eggs for.
What is it?
We've got meat birds that in a couple of weeks' time, they're going to be ready for sale. And with the alpacas, we're going to be selling wool starting next year after we shear them next spring. So lots of big things going on here at the ranch, and thanks for tuning in, and let's get cracking. Well, there, we got the mowing done on all 3 sides of this fence. Next, we've got some welded wire on this side of these fence rails. And so I've got to get this welded wire off, and then I got to take the fence rails down. So that's what we're going to get to do next. And it is heating up quickly here.
How hot is it supposed to be today?
34 degrees.
Yeah,
Hot.
and the sun is already beating down on my shirt.
There, got the fencing off. So you may be saying, why am I even moving fence line? Seems like a lot of work, right? Why don't we just put all the alpacas in one paddock, open up the gate, and they can all just drink out of the same water? Well, yeah, that'd be easier, but you can't have male and female alpacas together all the time, because the males, well, they constantly try and breed with the females, and to the point where it's not good for the females. So you got to keep the males in one paddock and the females in the other, unless you're actually trying to breed them. And then you need a third space for young males. So this year we're gonna look to get 4 pairs of moms and babies, and they're going in this paddock right here. And they're going in this paddock because it already has the woven wire fencing all around this paddock, so it can keep the babies in. The males are going to go in this side, and then next year we're going to have a bunch of 1-year-old babies, and they're going to need to be separated away from their moms, but they're not going to be big enough to go with the males. So the young females can stay with the moms. The young males are going to need to move down into a third section, and we've got paddock for that as well, all separated down there with more livestock shelters. So this farm is really well geared up for being able to have, you know, alpacas divided in the young males, the moms and babies, and the adult males. We just need a couple little tweaks of the fence line, so let's get on with taking these rails off. Take these boards off, excuse me. Alright. Alright, now I gotta pop these off. Excuse me. Watch yourself, buddy.
Okay.
Alright. Gonna go on this side. Alright, I need you to stand back.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you didn't need to, but that's okay. Alright,
Still gonna
now I gotta do this section. Ah, damn, I broke it.
Oh, that one fell apart.
Yep. There we go. All right, so we're nearly done the demolition. We got 2 posts to pull out. So how do you pull a post out of the ground that's, you know, several feet in? Now this is not set in concrete, just set in dirt. This is one of the skills I had to learn once I got here, how to pull a post. So luckily, this jack was here on the farm when we bought it, and as was this chain. These are the 2 tools you need in order to do this. So you take the chain, wrap it a couple times around your post, and then link it. And then you hook this over the toe of your jack, lean this up here, then you just crank it up and lift. There we go. Post is out. And we're going to reuse that. There. 2 posts out.
Those look like they're 7 feet tall, but when they're in the ground, they look like they're 3 feet tall.
4 feet.
4 feet? Okay.
4 feet out and a couple inches. The rest of it under. All right. Well, it wouldn't be a project on the farm without running into some equipment problems. And of course, this one's no exception. And this is the auger I bought this spring. And of course I bought all these implements with a larger tractor in mind, but this is the one we ended up with. And just the reality is the geometry of these lower links with this frame for the auger, it just doesn't work to get that auger up. So plan B is we're just gonna go rent an auger at Home Depot. Well, with a view to trying not to let the whole day get away from us, since I can't do the fencing today, we'll take a look at this waterer. We'll get it turned around and at least get a sense of what needs to be done. Well, I wouldn't want to be drinking out of something like that, so we'll get this cover replaced. All right, let's see if the float valve works. Well, there, float valve works. Still dripping on me, so I may need to replace that. Okay, so we'll dump this out. Terrible way this is oriented because you get all this electrical in here that's now getting all wet. So that's not cool. So we'll have to get all that fixed up. It's a bit of a gnarly spider. So when we open this up, there's quite a bit that needs to be done here. The wires are cut on the heating element. Someone did some pretty shoddy DIY connections here, covered it in tin foil. You got bare wires there, got more wires that are just electrical tape over marrettes. This is going to need some work if it can be salvaged. But the good thing is I'll be able to turn this 90 degrees no problem because the hose that goes to the pan is flexible. It's not fixed. So no problem at all to turn this around. Ah, crap. Oh, just what I needed to do was dump dirt all over the ratchet set. That's gonna be fun to clean out. All right. So there, we got that spot cleaned off. There is a concrete pad there. So we'll get everything working on this, get it back in place, and hopefully we can get this whole thing wrapped up in the next day or so. Well, so plan C. I was gonna split the distance between the two posts over top of the water, right down in the middle. But when we ran into the issues with the auger, I just decided I would just hand dig one hole. I popped the other post right back in where I took it out of, which means I've got to put the rails back that I already took off. Oh well. Gloves on.
Love.
Okay. You got it there. Okay. You just push it against the...
It's not gonna...
It's fine, Hannah. You just push it against it right there, okay? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing over here, okay?
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna hold that there.
I like this song.
You're gonna hold it up there.
Right there?
Yeah, just like that.
It's over my head.
That's okay.
I'm silly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get you to hold it just under that, okay? Perfect. Just right there, yeah. Great, thank you very much. All right.
You got it?
I got it. You got it?
Oh.
There. Ta-da! What do you think? Well, I'll cut that tomorrow.
Can I try climbing it?
Sure. You can climb over it. Don't you fall off of that, you.
I won't.
Uh-huh.
I am balancing.
Uh-huh. Next step, we're gonna get these ends cleaned off here, and made the decision that we're just gonna replace the waterer. I've got the same one down in the opposite end of the paddocks, so I'm just gonna keep this one, and I can rob it for parts because this one needs a lot of work. So there, got those cleaned up, and once I get the water in, I'll be able to just do some framing to either side and get the woven wire on. Well, there, although this may seem a little bit trivial, just, tweaking a fence line, this was a big job, and it's going to be a game changer for us. We've got fence moved, it's all framed in with the old waterer is gone. The new one is there in place. I just need to hook it up. And then what I decided to do, I'm going to put some wind boards here, give the alpacas a nice sheltered area to drink. So I won't put the woven wire back here. I'll just get some boards and create a nice sheltered spot right here. So this really is going to be a game changer for us, because we won't need to come out with a hose in the winter and fill a water trough, because we're going to have that heated automated waterer right here. The alpacas in this paddock and that paddock are going to have fresh, warm, ice-free water all winter long, and that's going to be huge. So thanks again for tuning in to another video from the Waverly Ranch. Really appreciate it, and hope we see you on the next one. Cheers.
Goodbye!